But Ziva and Pesach had been in the same room for 2 years while Pesach had been sick, and Ziva hadn't developed any of the lesions or white patches that covered Pesach's body. Even though she pointed this out to everyone, they moved Pesach into the room next to hers. They were apart, but they still slept against the same wall and would tap back and forth to one another as they fell asleep. Then, this spring, Uncle Sabriel had said Pesach should be moved to his own separate building. So one of the gardens was replanted elsewhere, and the land was used for a new building for Pesach to live in. That had been too much, too far away. No matter how much Ziva tapped on the wall, Pesach wouldn't be able to tap back. So she started sneaking to his house after dark, setting up a bed on the floor. If she got caught now, even though she was certain she was immune to whatever was making Pesach ill, would she get in even more trouble? Well, she was also responsible for unwrapping all his careful bandages and looking at how his disease was slowly eating him away. And she was accountable for amputating his fingers and toes as they succumbed to his illness. There were servants who should have been caring for him, but they didn't do it right. So Ziva did it. That deserved some kind of concession, right? Before she left, Ziva grabbed her favorite brooch from the table beside Pesach's bed, where she'd put it the night before. Her mother had gotten it for her, even though Ziva was sure it had just been because her mother thought it was pretty, and not because she recognized its greater significance. It was an iron date palm tree with 4 purple gems clustered where the dates would grow on a real tree. Since the moment she'd gotten it, the brooch hadn't left Ziva's immediate area. Palm brooch in one hand, Ziva opened Pesach's door and peered out into the gray morning garden, watching for anyone to catch her exiting Pesach's house. No one was around, so she slipped out and hurried to the main house back to her room. Inside, she observed the messed-up bed sheets she'd arranged the night before, then made the bed haphazardly. A bat mitzvah was responsible for making her own bed, right? Yes. There'd be a list of new responsibilities for her once her parents found her. Worst of all, now she'd be expected to entertain courting from boys in the city, like Ruvain ben Cohen. She stuck her tongue out at the wrinkled sheets atop her bed. Yuck. Pesach still had another year, even though he was 12 too. It took boys extra time to grow up, Ziva supposed. The door opened and she whirled toward it. Sitare, her mother's maid, poked her head into the room and sang softly, Tavalodet Mubarak. Sitare was from Persia, south of the Khazar Sea, and Ziva knew enough Persian to know what Sitare was saying. Happy birthday. Thank you, Sitare, Ziva said, heart thumping. If she'd returned 5 minutes later, Sitare would have caught her sneaking back in. Hurry and get dressed, Sitare said. Your mother has a wonderful gift prepared for you. Ziva hesitated. Her mother. Does she have a wonderful gift prepared for Pesach, too? Sitare sighed through her nose at Ziva, and that was answer enough. Sitare left, and Ziva hurried to her wardrobe. She swapped her nightdress for her favorite red and cream caftan with bronze buttons carved like flowers, pinning her palm brooch to the chest. She combed out and braided her long, dark hair, fastening it at the end with a red ribbon. Her mother had bought her the latest hair baubles from Byzantium, combs with jewels and carved ivory figurines affixed to the top. But Ziva had put them in a drawer and never worn them. She wasn't a Byzantine girl. She was a Khazar. And in Khazaria, girls didn't put fancy combs into their hair. As she checked herself over, she reflected that in Khazaria, girls also didn't cut off their brothers' fingers. Well, she wouldn't for much longer, because she and Pesach were going to find a cure soon. Her brilliant brother would come up with a remedy for his disease, cure himself, and then cure everyone else with it too. She could feel it in her bones. 2. On her way to Pesach's house, Ziva did a lap around the front courtyard, looking for any